What's up guys, I'm Shernfire. I've been a professional player since Season 5 and I've been to MSI and Worlds multiple times.
The new champions here in Oceania as Direwolves will represent the OPL at MSI 2017.
While also climbing to top 10 Korea multiple times and hitting rank 1 NA and OS multiple times. My goal is to help people reach their rank goals and ultimately breed an army of high elo junglers. What's up guys, today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I've struggled with a lot in the past, which is when to stop farming camps. Now in the past, I got really high elo by just being way more efficient than everyone else and just AFK farming, killing camps on spawn. But nowadays, the meta and the game has evolved to where a lot of players are really good at AFK farming. So now the key for the evolution of just jungling in general is knowing when to stop farming and when to push your lead and when to farm. So I'm going to be talking about specifically when to stop farming and how to utilize and snowball the game with the farm you already have. So as I've just mentioned, knowing when to farm and when to gank is what's going to make you a great player. So we're going to go through an example here where you can utilize this on any champ. It just happens that I'm playing Kha'Zix, and one of Kha'Zix's biggest spikes is Profane Hydra. So when I get Profane Hydra here, if I can pause, look at the situation we're in, right? I've done my bot camps, I've just based, and I have item spike over Lee Sin, right? That's the key difference here. I not only have Profane Hydra, he has Eclipse, which is significantly weaker than Profane Hydra, and I'm a level up on him. So I have an advantage over him in a theoretical fight. So this is where I want to stop farming camps, because even though I don't have any bot camps up for the next a minute and a half, I will still be able to get something done on this side of the map, because there's another thing that we're missing here. It's the minion wave. If you look on the bottom right of the minimap, this minion wave that's coming out is a cannon wave. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos you can look at about diving, right? So I always have an option, even though I don't have camps up. But a lot of people in this situation might believe that if this play doesn't work out, there's not going to be much to do. But you can still see I still have dragon and I can still potentially dive bot, even worst case scenario. But my intention first and foremost is to either fight 3v3 or I'm going to look for a cheese gank here, right? So in this situation, it looks like Lee Sin's not coming, so I decide to wait for the melee minion to die and see how they react, right? Because just like how junglers don't want to lose camps and will die over buffs, laners will die over CS. It's no different. So here we've got the double invis tech. Leona misses his E, but it doesn't matter because I know I can still get on him and I do a lot of damage. And you can see that Profane Hydra spike, I'm able to just blow him up. Alright, so now that we've talked about the key concept of understanding when you've got a mythic spike or a full item spike over your opponent and how to utilize that, now let's look at something very underrated that I started learning recently that I think you guys will find very cool. So tier 2 boots has been the first buy for a lot of junglers throughout pretty much all the seasons in League. There's always going to be the Elise who rushes Mobies in the previous seasons, or Sork boots, and nearly is the same. But in this clip, I'm going to show you how tier 2 boots break some rules. So in this situation, I've got my tier 2 boots, and I've got all my camps pretty much spawning. And the situation here is, if I full clear, I can clear all my camps, right? And I can be almost level 6. I'll probably one camp off 6 if I full clear, right? And that sounds good. But the thing that you can cheat with Nidalee is you can skip camps because you have tier 2 boots, because your ability to have mobility and move around the map is going to grant you tempo, or not at least waste your time when you've got, for example, no boots and you're walking around, for example, trying to gank this lane when you've still got 3 camps up. So this allows me to move and look for free kills rather, and I'm able to pick up the kill here, and watch how I'm able to move very fast because I have tier 2 boots from the top lane to now grubs. And as you can see here, I'm going to start the grubs. And I know that they have TP and they can come here, but again, I have tier 2 boots, so that's the other thing, is mobility, right? Like I just mentioned. I'm able to, even though I get CC'd, I have water walking and I have tier 2 boots, and I'm able to jump over the wall and reset the fight and come back in here, right? So even though I didn't beat him 1v1, because again, I'm not really strong necessarily 1v1, I have the mobility to pick and choose the fights I want. So here, not only am I stopping Belveth from just AFK farming, I'm forcing you to come and contest grubs. I'm also able to create an advantage for my team because I'm pulling them to me and I'm able to leave and then come back into the fight, meaning that my lanes can push while I just have to wait for my laners to come, and then their CS is going to die on the turret essentially. In this last example, we're going to be covering two different aspects of why this play is really good. So the first aspect is the item difference, right? He has two 800 gold items, or 400 gold items rather, and a dark steel. So he's at 1100 gold base, and I have a brutalizer plus double longsword, which is around 2000 gold. So just by that very nature, I'm going to beat this guy 1v1 because we're the same level as well. And I have obviously the element of surprise. If I can hit him first, he's just going to die, and I'm Kha'Zix's first Tulia. You guys would probably understand that. Now, the key to this, what I'm trying to make, the key point I'm trying to make about this concept is it doesn't have to be a big item spike difference for you to make really aggressive plays. It just needs to be that you can actually beat the guy 1v1, or you can commit long enough that your team can come, or you can draw resources and leave the jungle without dying. So in this scenario, I just have push, so there is literally no worries about my 1v1 because I'm not going to get collapsed. I can fully commit on this guy. As you can see, I do a little pump fake from before, and she thinks I'm leaving, and she's still being cautious, but she doesn't realize how much damage I do, and I'm able to full combo and kill her. So now I've got level 6 spike, right? So this is what I mean. Not only do I have item difference, now that I've killed her, I've got a level difference. So if you watch me here, I'm going to be clearing my camps. My bot lane is still pushing. Yuumi elects to roam, but my bot lane is still pushing, and my mid lane is base. But the key here is that I'm staying on the map and I'm not basing here because I know that I have a 6-5 advantage on Tulia. Any situation where I can create a fight is going to be good. So as soon as I feel that this Corki decides to hit turret, I'm going to force the skirmish. Now you might be thinking, but Sharon, in your previous videos, you're talking about how this is going to be a low value gank because, you know, there's no CS to be denied. He just pushed in the wave. But the thing is, I'm not looking for the kill. I'm looking for the skirmish, right? I want to force them to come to this Corki. If he doesn't, I kill him so fast, it's almost like faster than killing a camp. So it is still valuable to kill this guy, even though the wave was crashed, and if he dies, he doesn't really lose any CS. So you can see here, I'm saying continue. I know I have a Kayle, but it doesn't matter because I know my top lane has move, and I'm 6-5. And you can see here, I look to go in, Volibear has move, and we kill them all. And that's basically how I want you guys to think about when you've got a level 6-5 difference. You need to be looking for any opportunity to make aggressive plays. So there you go, guys. Now you guys know how to push your lead further with your power spikes. I gave you 3 different examples. We talked about item difference, we talked about level difference, we talked about mobility difference. These 3 ideas you can apply to your own champions. I just gave 2 examples of Nidalee and Kha'Zix because that's all I've been playing recently. but for different champions, you're going to have different reference points to when you're really strong. As always, appreciate you guys watching. If you have any topics you want me to discuss or explain, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, enjoy.
Subscribe me.